Welcome back to Say No To Lashon Hara, Day 6. This project is being done as a refuah shlema for Chana Bat Simafega. The Chafetz Chaim says that the work that I wrote in Sefer Chafetz Chaim is done with exact wording. And therefore, if there's something that we've discussed in these recordings or in the Sefer that you think to yourself, that can't be, it must be just an extra thing, or super special people should do it that way, or it seems a little bit too wordy or particular, don't decide that it's a mistake. Rather, look in the Be'er Mayim Chaim and see if there's extra halacha or extra idea here that this is coming to discuss or to drive home. The Chafetz Chaim says about himself that he talked through every one of these issues with great Gidolim, his friends. He checked back and forth according to all the sources to see if there was any contradictions, and everything was done with a tremendous dedication to accuracy. He hopes that one who studies the words of the Chafetz Chaim will be able to understand that every word in the Sefer is according to Halacha, not one word more and not one word less. Here the Chafetz Chaim dealt with a few of the reasons why people might not want to or might consider the Sefer, writing the Sefer, a mistake. Some people, their way is to always put other people down and to speak a lot of Lashon Hara. When someone has a nature that he speaks or she speaks Lashon Hara often, so they are almost always looking to justify their actions because they feel bad about the fact that they're always talking Lashon Hara. People like that will read the book of the Chafetz Chaim and will learn and find all the times when they'll think it's mutar, it's allowed to say Lashon Hara. They'll use the book that was designed to stop Lashon Hara as a way of proving that they're allowed to say what they wanted to say. And by not looking into the book and paying attention and looking and studying carefully, they'll wind up actually saying that the Chafetz Chaim is the one that allows this to be said. Still, Chafetz Chaim decided that it's not a reason not to write the book. He quotes a pasuk, Ki yisharim darchei Hashem, v'sadikim yelchubam ufosh'im yikashlubam. Hashem's ways are honest or straight. The righteous people, they walk in those ways, and the ones that are sinners, yikashlubam, they stumble over them. So if someone wants to stumble and someone wants to make a mistake, then they will. It's not a good reason not to write the book and not to study the book. Of course, there's lots of people who would have said to the Chafetz Chaim that if Lashon Hara is so hard to stop, maybe don't read it, don't write it, don't learn it. Why? Because mutad shiyu shogegin v'al yiyu mezidin. There's an idea that says that better someone should be doing something from a lack of knowledge and then it was a mistake, then they should know what they're doing and then do something that's wrong. And that's an idea sometimes that's communicated where a rabbi should not teach people that something is wrong when he knows that they'll be incapable of being able to fulfill it, because at the time being, they are doing something by mistake. And the minute you learn or you teach them that it's wrong, if they can't help themselves or stop, they're now doing something which they know is wrong, and that's mezid. Says the Chafetz Chaim, that concept is only true about a halacha that it's not clearly written in the Torah. So therefore, there's a reason why the people might not know it. But anything which is clearly written about and expressed in the Torah doesn't have that law of better they should be, better they should be shogegin, do it by accident, then they should be doing it on purpose. Not only that, there are some people that say, don't teach them because of this concept. Well then, should they learn the laws of Shabbat? Should they learn the laws of honesty? Maybe we should just kind of be blissfully ignorant about everything. But that's not how a person has to think about learning Torah and mitzvot. We need to think, I'm going to do my best to study, I'm going to do my best to understand, and once I've done my best to learn and to understand, Hashem will give me the koach, the power to be able to deliver and to do those mitzvot in the right way. And oftentimes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give a person that ability once they've started to learn, once they've started to study, because Hashem always helps someone to go in the direction that they want to go in. Not only that, the more aware you are of Lashon Hara, even if it happens that you make a mistake, because you're aware of it, you won't let it get away from you and become something which is a habit that you're doing all the time. So even to downgrade from all the time to occasionally is still a good thing, because an all the time Lashon Hara speaker is called a Ba'al Lashon Hara. And the Gemara says in Arachin that they're not going to be able to merit to see the Shekhinah when the time comes, in the coming of times of Mashiach. The Chafetz Chaim then says that he explained in his introduction all of the positive commandments and negative commandments associated with Lashon Hara, so that people will realize how important the Torah felt it was, that it needed to give you so many different things that make it asur. Finally, he ends by saying that the Midrash in Bamidbar tells us that whenever a person studies a topic, a subject, a sugya, with all of their might, they study it as best as they can, God then removes that Yetzer Hara from him. So if a person has the ability to study the laws of Lashon Hara, even if they think that they can never do it, the study itself will allow Hashem to weaken the Yetzer Hara, and slowly but surely he'll be able to wean himself away from this avon, this sin, and he'll be able to completely stop, because this sin is something that happens through habit, and the more you stop, the more you're able to guard your tongue and control yourself. Hashem should bless all of us to be able to hold our tongues and speak properly, and through that merit, we'll be zochet to see the final redemption.